Hello everybody, hello, good evening and welcome. Hi Sylvia, hi Lydia. Oh, it's round to Monday again. Time is flying. Right, so I was going to do something masculine this week, but I decided not to. I fell in love with a pop-up card. Never made one before, not like this. I've made the pop-up boxes, but never made a card with a pop-up inside. So we thought we'd have a go this week. So I will introduce myself. Hello, good evening and welcome. Lorna Carter from Lorna Carter's Creations. Independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based here in the UK. Right, so we're going back to a die set we've had for a little while. We're going to be using, and if I just bring it in, it is the Brillant Wings dies. Now, maybe some of you can remember, these came out early from the catalogue. I don't know if it was last year. I think it was last year. And at that time you could buy it in a bundle. You can't any longer, but I'm just using the dies tonight. But I just wanted to show you the stamp set, just if anybody hadn't seen it. And the stamp set that goes with it is the Butterfly Brilliance. Hi Beth. So this is a really big stamp set. As you can see, it's one big stamp. Now I know some people have cut it up to use it individually, but the beauty of this is this die, if I can pick it up, magnetic, hey, there we go. So this die here, actually, once you've stamped those images, will cut all of those out. So you've got 6 separate butterflies. So it's really, really clever. But I'm not using the stamp set tonight. But with that, obviously, you're going to need either a really big block, or you could use your Stamparatus with that. So I'll just pop that away, because as I say, we're not using that tonight. We're just using the dies. But I just wanted to show you that the stamps are available. Oh, I'm shaking the camera, sorry. The stamps are available to go with the die set. Okay, so the dies, we're just going to be using 2 of them today. So we're going to be using this big die. Tonight we're only using the biggest butterfly. But I've got some cut, and then I've got some for another time. So, and this is the other one we're going to be using. So we've got like the skeleton, as I would say, of it. And then we've got the outline with this. So I'll get those out, put those to one side, can pop them away. So that is the die set. I will just quickly show you where it is in the catalogue. If I get my act together. Where are we? It is here somewhere. I had it out earlier. I've probably gone right past it. Here we go. Brillant Wings dies. So that's a good set of dies. £41 they are. So that's what we're going to be using. So I'll just pop my book away. And I've just looked out the window and it's absolutely teeming down. Great weather. Right, this is the card we're going to be making. And I was really, really tickled with it. I wasn't sure at the first, but the more I've looked at it, the more I like it. So when we open this, we get the pop-up of the butterfly. It's just standing off. I just love it. Really do love it. And then on the back, I've done where you can write your greeting on there. So let's get started. This is what we're going to be doing. I'm going to pop, I might just pop that to the side there. Right. Get my trimmer out. And I'm using a colour that I don't think I've actually used, which is Rich Razzleberry. It's a lovely, lovely colour. Really rich, obviously, with it saying Rich Razzleberry. Right. So I've already cut an A4 in half. It's the other half of this one. So all we need to do, so this is 21 by 14.8, and we're going to score it at 10.5. So as I say, yes, it's my first pop-up card. It took me a little bit of time to sort it out, but we got there eventually. I did do a little mock-up first, just to make sure I got it right. So I've just burnished that, so that's the base card all ready to rock and roll. Now we're going to cut, we need 4 pieces of basic white. We're going to do some blending and that on here. So we want 4 pieces the same size, which is 14.3 centimetres by 10 centimetres. So we need 4 pieces. So out of the piece of A4 we can get 4 of these. So that's 2. And then 14.3. And 10. And 10. Okay, so that is the basic white done. So for the mechanism, get my teeth into gear, the mechanism, I'm going to use thick white, just so it gives it a bit of stability. So we need 2 pieces. And I've just got a scrap here, I'm hoping. Yeah, that will be big enough. Okay, so we need to cut these at, just let me get my head into gear. Can't remember if it was 10. Let me get my piece of paper. Yeah, 10.5. The original one I did was 10. I just adjusted it. Okay, so we've got 10.5 by 1.5. Now this is 3 centimetres wide. So I'm just going to cut that piece in half. Right, so these 2 pieces, we need to score them at 3 centimetres, 4.5 centimetres, 7.5 centimetres, and 9 centimetres. And that's on both of them. We're going to prepare these first so they can be drying. So once again, that's 3 centimetres, That's 4.5 centimetres. 7.5 centimetres. And 9 centimetres. And I think that is all we need that for tonight. Right, I'm going to sit down, and I apologise, my chair might squeak. I have a squeaky chair. Right, so we're going to burnish these folds. And I'm going to glue this because I think, well, I like the wet glue. You've just got to be a little bit careful with it, that you don't get it splattered everywhere, purely because, and I did it on this one, it kept sticking. So when it opened, it kept sticking together. But I managed to sort that eventually. But yeah, you've just got to learn by your mistakes. Right, so we've burnished those. I'm just going to get my little mat and my glue. Right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to fold this. So we've got the 3 centimetre tab there. We've got a 1.5 centimetre tab there. This is the one we're going to put glue on, because what we're going to do is fold that like so, and then put that over the top. And I'm just going to check. Yeah, I'll just cut a tad, just a little bit off that, just a little slither. That's it. Right, so the glue's all gumped up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on. I don't really want, I think I put a little bit too much on, but never mind. Let's see what happens. So we're going to fold that, the first fold, and we're going to stick that down. I'm just going to put a little bit of pressure on. Yeah, a little bit's come out. Never mind, it will dry. So this is what we get, and we want 2 of those. So we do the same with this. Just pop a little bit of glue on there. Fold that like so. And we do the same, we just put a little bit of pressure on. There we go. And that's 2, and I've just didn't cut that, it's just a tad long. Can always cut it off. Okay, so this is what we have, and what we're going to do is we're going to stick those together side by side like that. And I'm going to do that now so it's done with, so it can be drying while we carry on with the rest of the card. So a bit of glue on that side, and I'm just going to turn them together and just pinch them down the centre, and I'm just going to leave those now to dry. I'm just going to making sure that the mechanism works, and it does. So I'm just going to put those to one side, and I'll talk about this later. So I'll just put those to one side. So that is the mechanism all done. Right, next we're going to do some blending. So if I bring these in, right, so we've got one that we don't want to blend on. So these 3 panels, we're just going to do the same on each one. So I've got Balmy Blue ink, and we've got Pear Pizzazz ink. So we'll start with the Balmy Blue. I am just going to get what do I do it on? I'm just going to pop, right, pop those 2 just to one side. We'll do one at a time. We'll start with the Balmy Blue. Right, so blending brush, just pop me bits and bobs away, and we're just going to go down about 3/4 of the way down. So we're just going to ink up our blending brush, then we're just going to go in just to put, I only want a little bit of colour, we don't want a lot, and just pick some more ink up. You can do it as dark or as light as you want. You could even actually, where I've shown you before with the cloud die, where I've cut a piece of card and I've used it as a mask to go over, you could do that. I haven't on these, but that's all we need to do. So I will just go on to the next one, and we're just going to do exactly the same. Pick some more ink up and go in. That's what we want. And then the last one, we're going to go in and just a little bit darker this one, but I'm not bothered. Okay, so that is the blue done. So I'm just going to shut that up, pop that to one side. We'll come in with the green. Come in with that one. So I'm just going to come to this end and just do the same. Pick your ink up and then just give it a bit of colour. I'm sorry if my chair's squeaking. I need to get some oil on it, or some WD-40 or something. Okay, bit of green, and then last one. There we go. With some green. Like so that blending's all done. Right, so once we've done that, we're going to do some stamping, so we may as well do the front and the inside, get it all stamped and all done ready. Okay, so the stamps I've used, so I've used a few. I'll just show you what I've used out of what stamp set. So we've got Flowing Flowers, the Happy Birthday I've used out of this one. So we've used Happy Birthday out of that one. Out of the Honeybee Home, we've used You're the Nicest. We've used this leaf stamp and this leaf stamp from Forever Fern. And then Life is Better with a Friend Like You from Peaceful Moments. So on my blocks I've got the Forever Fern. I've got a cat hair on there. I had the cats in with me last night. They wanted to sit in front of me while I stamped. Ink, fur everywhere. Right, so we're going to go in with, my dies. We're going to go in with Old Olive and Pear Pizzazz. Totally up to you how you do this. I just did it randomly. So we'll use this as the front. So I'm going to go in, just ink it up, and all we're going to do is just go for it. Just going to fill in at the bottom. Then I'm just going to get the bigger one, and we're going to go, just doesn't matter, wherever you want to go. Doesn't matter if you stamp over. So I'm just going to go in with one more of those. So that's all the green on the front. Let's go to the inside. It's just a matter of doing the same. So I'm just going to go in however you want your leaves to be. Doesn't matter if you're first generation, second generation stamp, it doesn't matter. So we're just going to go in. I'm just going to go in underneath. Okay, so back in with this leaf. So it just doesn't matter however you feel. We just want some foliage. Just fill in. Okay. Just gonna go in there. That's it. Right. So that is the greenery all done. Actually, on the back, let's see if I can do it without getting ink everywhere. On the back where we're putting happy birthday, I'm just going to go in diagonal corners like so, just to give it that little bit, because I didn't do it on the original. Right, so I'm going to shut those up. I'm just going to clean my stamps. Right, so that's all done. Right, so next, hi Shaz, thanks for joining. We're going to go in with Rich Razzleberry, which is the same colour. I'm going to actually still stamp on there as the base card, so it does make it pop. So I'm going in, oh, another stamp set we're using, and I haven't I haven't mentioned colour and contour. This is another one we're using, and we're just using this stamp here that has a little cluster. It's what would colour in this image here, but we're just using those images. So we will have used quite a few stamp sets tonight, but I was just playing about to see what I could do. Right, so the first one is the one we got at the front, because we've got sort of a diagonal going on. So we're just going to ink. Oh, because I'm using photopolymer, perhaps I'll do it like that. There we go. There we go. Get it right. So using photopolymer, so we've got the pad underneath, and then we're just going to stamp our flowers wherever you want them. Turn it round. Just keep going. And then just in the corner, and I want one just in there. There we go. So that's all we've done. From a distance, it looks great. It really does, and it matches when you pop that on there on the base card. It really pops. So I really like the colour combination. So that is the front bit, and then we'll just do the insides just the same. So we're just going to go in just randomly wherever you want to go. Like so. And then I haven't gone all the way to the bottom, but we'll leave it like that. Okay, so that's one of the insides, and then, sorry Shaz, which set? This is a mixture of stamp sets this evening. My main focus is the butterfly, not butterfly, Brillant Wings dies, which is this set of dies. But just to recap, we're using the flowing flowers for the happy birthday. I'm using Honeybee Home for You're the Nicest. I'm using Forever Fern for the foliage. I'm using Peaceful Moments for Life is Better with a Friend Like You. And then we're using the colour and contour just for this the floral stamp. Hope that all makes sense. So, just going to go in with these. Let's go in like that. Right, so we're just going to leave it at that. And then just clean that off. So that is, I know what I haven't done. I haven't decorated an envelope. Oh dear, what am I like? So that is the two inside. If I get a chance, I'll decorate an envelope at the end. I was going to do it as I was going, but I haven't managed to get it done. I forget things. Right, next thing, we're going to use the Balmy Blue Stampin' Blends. We're using the dark one because we're going to do some flicks. Now, I always use the brush end, and all we're going to do is just very gently use the lid and flick. And once you're happy, just to give you that little bit of dottage, I'm going to do it on all of them. Just gives it something different. Like that one, just very subtle, and then we'll do it on the front. So just a matter of when you're happy. Okay, and all I do, just get a tissue and just wipe that and pop that on. So that is the 3 panels for the base of the card. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stamp the greeting on, and we'll get those popped on. So I've got the happy birthday from Flowing Flowers. That is for the back of the card, which is this piece. Got my memento, so we're doing it with black. Would look nice heat embossed. I think gold would look really nice with this. So try and get it as level as possible. Can't get right over it, so I can't see. There we go. Happy birthday. So that is the back of the card finished. So on the front we put life is better with a friend like you. I'm going to take that one off there and bring this in. And this one is from Peaceful Moments. So life is better with a friend like you wants to go on the front. So this is the one that's sort of tapered off. So we'll ink that up. Just going to stand up for this. So it just needs to go at the top. Not quite level, but it's not too bad. I can cope with that. It's on the wonk a little bit. Okay, so that is that one. So that is the front all prepared. And then we'll go with this one on the right hand side. And this one says, "You're the nicest." I love the fonts on these. I really do. Okay, so we'll link this one up. Let's go in. we go. Right, so all we've got to do now is the butterflies and fit the mechanism. Get my teeth into gear. Right, so I can pop those stamps out the way. And my ink pad. Let's get these stuck down and then we'll get started on the butterflies. So this is the front. Just like so. I'm just going to get my bone folder. Hi Helen, thanks for joining us. And then I'll pop these two in. So I'm going to have the plain one at the left hand side. I hope you can see me alright. It's just, I don't know why, because I haven't got my proper phone stand sorted yet. I'm just limited to working at the left hand side of my desk. I'm used to working in the centre. And then pop that one on. Like so. There we go. Fold it. Fold it. Just burnish it again. And then we'll pop the back piece on. Like so. There we go. So this is the base card. Open it up, and it does, because we've used the same colour ink as the cardstock, it makes it pop. It's lovely. Right, so let's get on with the butterflies. So as you can see, these, I've used 2 layers on that one. We might even use 3 on this one, and I've used 3 on this. We've got the base, I've got a piece of vellum, and then we've got like the skeleton piece. So we're going to cut these out. We're going to cut these out in basic white, and I might actually cut this top one out in thick white. I did, when I was blending, you can't actually tell very well, but I did have a little accident and I caught the like the lacy bit and broke it. So I think we'll have the thick for the lacy bit, a little bit stronger. Right, so we need this big die. I know it seems a lot, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out, and I'm going to put these all the others to one side, and as I said, they'll be reused. It's a lovely stamp and die set. So if I just get, I'm just going to cut this piece in half on what we said. So like that. Right. Oh, I can't pick this up. So this is ordinary basic white. So I'm going to put that through. Can't pick it up. I'm just going to bring big machining. So I'm not going to waste it. Just run that through. Okay, this is the big one. We need 2 of these. That's what we're going to be using. Oh, my desk always gets got quite a big desk now since I revamped, and I always end up on the smallest part. But it's really it's because my camera, I'm restricted with the arm with my phone. So right, these I'm going to save for another day. I'll just put those up there out the way. Right, so we will need another one of these. So we're just going to, I am going to put it through again. Won't. Oh, it might just go that way. Save a little bit of card. Let's do it that way. There we go. And don't worry if it cracks and creaks, it's supposed to. Right, so I've taken the big one out again. So that's that die finished with. So now we need 2 of this. Oh no, it's not this die finished with. Sorry, I apologise. I want vellum. So I did have. Where's my vellum gone? Here we go. So I've got, what I'm going to have to do is cut this. So I'm just cutting, so we've got 2 basic white. I'm cutting 2 vellum. And the reason why we're cutting 2 of everything is because on the front we've got half a butterfly. So that's one. I should have prepared these earlier really, but never mind. And then the second one. I will, no, I'm going to do it that way. There we go. So that is 2 vellum, 2 basic white, and then we're just going to cut 2 of the, as I call it, the skeleton butterflies from thick white. And what have I just done with that? Oh, it's in my hand. No, that's... I thought I'd got a scrap out, but I can't today. Nope. Just let me just open a new. Right, I'm just going to cut a piece off there. So if I go in So, the biggest of the skeleton dies. Thick basic white. One. Just get those. Just cut those bits off, and then just go in again and cut another one. Right, that is our die cutting finished for this evening. I'll put my machine back where it belongs. Take that out and put those to one side. Right. Oh, right, so now I'm just going to quickly, doesn't come out as easy, it's that little bit thicker than basic white, and I haven't got a brush, so there we go. Just a fiddly diddly little job, but we'll get there. There we are. Just take all those pieces off, and that piece. Come on. That bit don't want to come off. You will come off. There we go. And just. So what we're going to do with these is we're going to use some ink and blend on them to give them some colour. I'm going to use rich razzleberry yet again, and we're going with gorgeous grape. So just a little bit of a contrast, but it just there we go. Fingers and thumbs. Quickly do this one. Oof, I'm ever so hot. It's absolutely poured it down with rain here. Looked like it was going to thunder and lighten, but it hasn't done, thank goodness. Mind you, it would have been nice because it's quite muggy, just to cool it down a bit. So, once we've got all this, just like so, nearly there, I'll not bore you any longer. There we are, that's it. Right, so if I get my so we'll just put the vellum to one side. We'll go in and we'll do the two base ones. What I am going to do is I'm just going to go in and cut the antennae off. One of them, well, both of them actually. But before I cut the antennae off, I'm just cutting this in half. We have now two butterflies, so I'll put one to one side. We want that one, we'll use that one again, but I'm just gonna cut the antennae off as well. Okay, So, as I said, going in with Rich Razzleberry and Gorgeous Grape. So, if I put Gorgeous Grape to one side. So, Rich Razzleberry, we're going to go in and pick up some colour, and we're going to go into the centre just very lightly. And then what we're going to do is get a bit darker as we move over. So keeping it as light as we can. On the middle, and then just going in. It's up to you how dark, how light, how whatever you want it. Okay, so I'll just go in with this one. So we're going to work lightish and getting darker. A bit more colour on there. Okay, I'll leave that out because we might need to go back in with that in a moment. And then we're going to go in with Gorgeous Grape, and we're just going to come in at the very edge. Okay, so we've got that bit of darkness on the edge. So we're just going to do the same here. You can have it as dark or as light as you want it. So, and I'm just going to come in, I've got ink everywhere all of my fingers, so I'm just going to come in with Rich Razzleberry, and I'm just going to blend there we go, just to give it there we go. I'm happy with that. So we've got that one and that one, so just put those to one side. Right, this is what we've got to be just a little bit careful. So one of these I am cutting down the middle. So as you can see, we have two butterflies. So we're using this one. So I'm just going to put that to one side. Right, this is where I have it's basic black blend, and I've got the light one. And what I'm going to do, she says I can't even take the top off, I'm just going to go down the edge and just colour the body in. Like so. Nothing fancy. And then on here, just the same. Just colour the body in and the antennae. Okay. So then we go back in Rich Razzleberry. We're going to just go in Oops. Oh, I'll get my fingers everywhere, me. So we've just started light, sort of light in the centre. And then we're going darker as we go out. But I say I've done these in thick basic white purely because I ripped, you couldn't really tell, but I ripped some of the little veins on the other one. So same with this, light, getting darker. And by the time I finish tonight, I will have not have used a dimensional. I can't believe I haven't used dimensionals at all. Right, just put that to one side. I might go back in yet, I don't know. So if we take Gorgeous Grape, and just colour the edge. Same with this. I'm just going to go in. See, that's how I'll get a bit heavy-handed. So we've got dark on the outside and going paler on the in. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I've got ink. Look at the state of me. I'm lethal. Just let me. Ooh, where's me? I'm just gonna wipe my fingers on my chamois. Can get rid of that now. I'm finished with that. Oh, just make sure it don't come off. Right. Okay. Let's start putting these together. So all we're going to do is just glue. So on the half butterfly, we're just going to glue the body. And so we've got a bit of dimension with the wing. With this one, it bends in the centre. So I'm just going to, I have a ruler somewhere and ball tool, and I'm just going to try, so between, right down the centre, I'm just going to score, and we're just going to, because it's so delicate, you just got to be a little bit careful. So I'm just going to put that like so. Let me just get that right there. I'm just going to fold that. Okay, spot on. What I am going to do is just get my bone folder and just be extremely careful, just to give it, so it's got some dimension. Okay, So with the vellum, I'm just going to, yet again, just cut the little antennae off. I'm going to cut this one in half. We want that one. So I'm just going to cut, so on all the vellum bits, cut all the antennas off. Where's my rubbish? There we go. Right. So on this full vellum one, all I'm going to do, if I bring my mat back, you might be able to see this a little bit better. Wink of Stella, and all I'm going to do is just go just round the edge like so. Same at this side. Just round the edge like so. That's one, and then we'll do, I didn't put vellum on the front one, on the first one I made, so we are doing on this one. I think we'll go down there as well. Right, so let's bring our card in. Oh, come on, that's it. Right, so we're going to do the front one first. So we're going to place our butterfly. So say for instance like that. Oh, I can't pick it up. We're going to pop that like so. And then we're going to put that like that. So I am going to just give that a little flick. Okay, right, so I'm going to stick that down just with glue. So I've not used any dimensionals tonight. It's all been glue. Oops. So we're going to put that in like so. Now with vellum, all I'm doing is putting it right down where the body would be. Because by the time you get this on, you'll not really notice. Okay. So all we're doing, let me get my mat. All we're doing is just, she says, come on glue. That's it. So we just, I've gone a bit mad. That's per normal. And then we're going to pop that on there. Oh, I've made a mess of that. Oh no, what are you doing? Let's try again. So basically, you've got the dimension, just to give it a bit of dimension. What I'm going to do as well is just go down the body and the antennae. So that is the front butterfly. So let's get this butterfly from the inside done. Right, so once again I'm going to fold this in half, and I am going to give it a bit of dimension, and same with this piece. Just okay, so what we need to do now is stick all the layers together. So all I'm going to do is just a bead of glue down the centre. We're going to put this in the centre, like so. So once we get the body on, you're not going to see any of this, any of that. And then we're going to put the body on, the skeleton as I call it. And we're just going to pop that in. Don't worry if we've gone a bit mad with the glue, as per normal. It'll dry. I'm not worried. So this is our butterfly, like so. Right, here comes the fun bit. So remember at the beginning we made this little mechanism. Okay, it's all dry, it's not too sticky. In fact, just a little bit sticky at the side. So what I'm going to do, embossing buddy out, just to take the stickiness off. It's a great tool. Oh, right. So this little mechanism, what's going to happen is we're going to fold it like so. Okay, so we've got the point at this right hand side and we've got the V at the left hand side. What is going to happen, we're going to fold our butterfly. We are going to put glue on this V bit, so these two little pieces here, and we are going to glue it like so. Right, so basically what happens is when that opens, it will, as soon as the card opens, it'll open up. Let's get it stuck down, so I can show you. It's quite difficult to explain. So the points at this end, the V's at this end, we're just going to put a little bit of glue on. Oops. Fold our butterfly in half. And then I'm just going to hold this. So we've just sticking the mechanism to the butterfly. Now the first one I just made a makeshift one. And it didn't work out very well. So when this opens up, so it'll be closed and then it will be open. So that's stuck. Let's stick it inside. Right, so we've stuck the butterfly here on the right hand side. So we have two little tabs, the other side tabs, the bit that was the pointy bit, these two pieces, this is what is going to hold it into the card. So if I put some glue on here, like so, and here, okay, we fold the butterfly so we have glue on this side and on this side. You place this point into the center of your card. So we're going to go in. I'll do for me. Okay, so I'm just, she says, into the center of my card, and then I'm just going to press on. So I'm just putting some pressure on, and we're just about finished. This is where we find out my mechanism doesn't work. Okay. Now it wants to be glued a little bit more. Just let me pop a bit more glue on there. So I'm just gonna hold that just for a couple of minutes, and then we can see the magic. So yeah, it's just been a different card. As I say, I've not made one like this before. This is all new to me. So but I've enjoyed doing it. It's something different. It does fit into an ordinary envelope. I haven't decorated the envelope, but I'll decorate it. I'll decorate one, and when I put my photographs up, it'll just be decorated basically. It's very similar to the back of the card. So I'm hoping. So next week, what are we going to be doing next week? I think I'm going to do something masculine next week. So hopefully with Father's Day in mind, or even just a masculine birthday card. We'll have a look. Right, so is it gonna do its trick? I'm just gonna press it down, and then you can just have the butterfly however you want. So once closed, there you go, when it's open. So that is the card for this week. I'm really chuffed with that. I really love it. So if I do that and that, you can see what's inside. So that's it for tonight. I've enjoyed making that card, just something different for me. And I will be loading my YouTube video up maybe Thursday night. So, or you can catch up on Facebook anyway. But I'll let you know whenever uploaded. If you are watching on catch up, I do appreciate it. If you'd like to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you hit the notification button, you will get notifications whenever I upload a new video. So that's for YouTube. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. I much appreciate it. We'll say good evening and we'll see you next Monday. Thank you very much. Bye.